Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. We are so happy that you can all join us here today for another episode of the show. Wow. We got... I'm always surprised when people are always on. I'm like, wow, people are on. People are here listening. Look at that. I see the... You guys can't see it, but Amanda, I can see it on our side. We see our little counter on the upper left-hand side for us on our view. But always surprised that people are here to join us live on Monday mornings, bright and early, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mm-hmm. We are pumped. So thank you, everybody, for checking us out. Thanks for hanging out with us on another episode of Song Swap Showdown. We're excited because today, which is hilarious, because where do you see the
just wait, friends?
Yeah, if you guys looked at the description of today's show and saw what the description is and our song picks, then you know exactly why the show operates the way it does. Because today couldn't be any more of a better example as to why the show works, and Amanda and I are so opposite on opposite sides of the musical spectrum. Today's episode is hype songs. Songs that get you hyped, amped, ready to go out, ready to take on the day, ready to have fun, I mean, I understood the assignment, and we talked a little bit about this last week when this came up on the Wheel of Themes. When we spun the Wheel of Themes, as we do at the end of every single show, that picks the themes, that enables us then to pick the songs. So today was all about hype songs, and Amanda's hype list is really the stuff of legend. I'm just going to put it out there. It is the stuff of legend. I cannot wait to start talking about our songs, especially your songs.
We all hype ourselves up in different ways.
Yeah.
And hype can just be getting into the mind frame to go where you're going. So it doesn't have to be like pumped.
Listen.
Just be prepared.
I agree. But I can't wait to talk about these songs today. So, and of course, Dave Mattingly saying, of course, the song that really pumps me up is the Song Swap Showdown theme.
I mean, you should see what Chris and I do behind the scenes while it's playing. We're pumped up. We're jamming.
Yeah, we're jamming. So listen, everybody. Before we go too far into it, if this is your first time checking out Song Swap Showdown, well, how the show typically works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we don't think the other's heard before, and then we rate and review those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a hard pass of a song. Pass, skip.
Get out of here.
I would not choose to play it. Some may call it hot trash. Some may call it dumpster fire. It's a pass. It's a hard pass.
It's a hard pass. All
the way up to 5 records, which is, that's right, heavenly music to our ears.
That's right.
Being played on our eternity playlists. Possibly our funeral playlist, too, because we have that. We've talked about that. Yeah. Happens to be a top 10 episode of our show, which was released 3 years ago? It's in the top 10 most downloaded episodes of our show.
Are no lies to that statement.
No.
It's 100% the truth.
Yeah.
People apparently like to talk about or plan or dream up about death. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, so much that I think we got to do a part 2 of that show.
I think I would be ready and willing to do that.
Here it is. I'm looking at it now. It is the number 2 most downloaded show on our audio stream.
Just behind Motown, which we
just behind top Motown songs.
Why that's the number 1 status. Right. That is a legendary genre. So that deserves number 1. I'm not saying that death songs don't deserve number 2. We just find it a little interesting.
I find it very interesting that people are connecting to our funeral playlist. So yes, there will be a part 2 of that coming very very soon, because apparently the people have spoken and they like that show. So how do we choose the songs, Amanda? How do we choose them?
Well, there is this amazing wheel at the end of our show. And it's called the Wheel of Show Themes, and we spin it every single week at the end of the show, and it tells us exactly what our next episode will be based off of. So the wheel spoke, and here we are. We're doing hype up songs, even though we may both have a different hearing preferred sound for what hypes us up.
Yeah, we have a different way of hyping each other up. Well, what I use to hype myself up and what you use to hype you up is much different. So I also want to call out the fact that Tina Johnson, who has somehow, like, we've done so many Tina Johnson recommendations. Like, I didn't realize how much Tina loaded up the wheel of show themes. She really stacked the deck. I didn't realize it. So this is a Tina Johnson recommendation that was landed on the wheel of themes for hype up songs.
But you know what I love about, we would have never put that on there probably.
No, we would have never put that on there.
So Tina's suggestions goes on there. And I feel like based on those suggestions and what the wheel says, we get to learn more about each other from these songs.
We do.
And our community gets to learn a little bit more about our brains.
Yep.
In the songs that we like. For example, this show is the perfect example of what our brains think when we're trying to hype ourselves up.
Yeah, this show in particular kind of reminds me of our early first season of the show, where if you go back and watch, like, listen and watch those first, like, say 10 episodes, like, they're great examples of where we are musically and how different we are musically. Yeah. This show harkens back to a much more innocent time of Song Swap Showdown.
This could have easily been a number 2, number 3 episode. So this is going to be fun.
This is definitely going to be fun. So as we go along here, for all of you who are hanging out with us live, let us know your hype up songs. Of course, I already see Dave Mattingly put some songs in, and I believe Ian is putting some songs in here as well. So you guys let us know, what are your hype up songs? What are the songs you listen to when you're getting ready to go out? Maybe getting on your way to a business meeting, driving to work, maybe coming home, because you got to hype up to get home and deal with, you know, maybe your kids or whatever you got to deal with when you walk in the door. I don't know. Whatever it is. What are the songs that hype you up? Let us know. Drop them in. And also let us know what you think of our songs. And if we get it right, rating each other's songs. I cannot wait. So let's dive into this. Let's dive in. And by the way, if you are watching us on YouTube, hit that follow button, or I should say the subscribe button, and the little bell, so that way you get notified every single time we drop new video content, which is weekly on this channel. Not only do we go live every Monday, but we also drop content weekly on this channel. And if you are listening to the audio version of this, wherever you get podcasts on the go, well, make sure you hit that follow button so the same thing happens. You get notified when we drop new content onto our audio stream. And one last thing is, we also have a Patreon account, by the way. And Amanda and I were very busy on it yesterday. We try to get together. Amanda and I, not only do I try to drop content on there when I can, you know, I do things solo, but Amanda and I try to get together once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks, and we record a bunch of content that we drop for our Patreon members, exclusive for our Patreon members. So if you guys want some more of this, who doesn't want more of this?
Letting them with a good time.
That's right. Who doesn't want more of this? You could get more of this for $1. For as low as $1.
Our numbers plummeted just then.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Go. All it takes is to read some of the comments on some of our other videos, and you'll see. Well, people want more of it.
See Dave and Ian. We pay them to be Patreon members. See how
that's right. That's right. And we are very grateful for the Patreon members we do have, which is, yes, Ian from Australia, Mr. VP himself, Dave Mattingly, Mark Ronick from Ironic Media and Next Gen Podcast, and of course, our friends over at Back of the Cereal Box as well. Thank you so much for your continued support and for being a member of our Patreon channel. And you guys can be just as cool as them for $1 a month.
For $1.
For as low as $1 a month.
That's right. Yeah. We'll take more.
We'll take more. There's other levels, but yeah. So Alex is saying we are pumped. We are pumped. Amanda Sharp theme song "Headstrong" by LL Cool J. That's what he's saying is your theme song.
We might have to do a reaction to that. I bet I know that song, but I don't know it by title.
Yeah.
How can I say that out loud? I did.
How can you say that out loud?
How can I say that out loud?
All right. Listen, let's get into it. Let's give the people what they want. Let's talk about music. Songs that get us hyped.
Well, and I feel like I should go first this week.
All right. Yes, please.
Because I feel like your first song to me is probably more of what people are here for versus my first song to you.
I don't know. I mean, by the way, I want to say different incarnations of this list, right? There was many versions of this list. And the first version of this list was all hip hop stuff, like all hip hop. Like old school, like 80s hip hop stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I want to diversify the list. So I wound up diversifying it.
Tracking
But
and adding.
this
Okay.
song was on the very first version of the list. It remained on all incarnations of the list.
It was the placeholder for
Yes.
this themed of Hype Us Up, which is Shake Your Rump by the Beastie Boys.
Woo!
And I feel like this could nestle in.
There it is. There's the first nestle in of
There's
the show.
first
Number 1, nestle. I need a nestle counter.
Take
Someone
a
keep track of the
coffee.
nestles.
I think this could be placed on many a hype list. I couldn't do it so fast, like boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. So I think Shake Your Rump is an excellent hype song for many individuals. And it's a classic. And I think you have to live under a rock to not know it. And, you know,
Because even Amanda knew this one.
even I know.
And Amanda lives under a rock, like literally.
Yes.
She lives
I
under a
do.
Michigan rock.
Yes, we do. And you know what I realized when we were doing the research for this is how all of the songs that we chose are older songs.
They are. And I actually, once again, I wouldn't even say I guess it's newish, but I did have a Travis Scott song on my initial list. And so I blended it, but I was like, once again, I was like, oh, man, I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to go all hip hop. I just wanted to diversify the list and maybe, show some different levels of hype. So that's why I wound up giving you the list I did, was to like make it a little bit more, more variety than just like all straight up hip hop. But yeah, Sicko Mode was on the original version of the list.
But it makes me like realize how old we're getting, Chris, when these are our song selections. And when you tally up how old some of them are, you're going, wow. I mean, they're 20, 30 years old, and it feels like it's yesterday.
Yeah, I'm old.
Listening to them.
I'm old. I'm older than you. I'm officially like 1,000 years older than you.
You are not.
I'm officially an old man.
We're in a different beginning number now, but that's okay. That can happen to anybody.
Yeah, it could happen to anybody. You could wake up one day and you're just old, and you go, I'm listening to like dad old music.
But we make that music sound cool.
We do.
You know what I like about the Beastie Boys? I just think they have this energy and this chemistry that comes out when they are singing. And I feel like I can just hear the fun that they're having. And maybe I'm incorrect when I say that, but I just feel like there's this energy that it's quite a combo, and they really enjoyed doing what they did, especially in this song. I think it shows. Yeah,
I mean, the Beastie Boys were definitely a very special group. I do consider them one of the best American hip-hop groups of all time. I mean, just their creativity, their chemistry together, as you said, their level of songwriting, the things that they did, they just really pushed it, and they experimented. And I love too that they have that the hardcore punk background. They literally started off as a hardcore punk band, idolizing the Bad Brains, wanted to be the Bad Brains, and then became a hip hop band. And like they just, I think back to like how big License to Ill was when I was in school. I was in grade school when that came out. So this record came out in 1989, Paul's Boutique, which is what Shake Your Rump was off of. But License to Ill came out in 1986, and that's like right in the heart of like Run DMC and all that stuff. And like, I just remember, and I wasn't like really into hip hop like yet at that time, but like the Beastie Boys to me, I liked Run DMC, but the Beastie Boys were like, wow, look at like what they're combining. And of course the free for all sampling on that record and this record, like, you couldn't even put this record out. You couldn't even put Paul's Boutique out to that. No way. I mean, they're sampling the Beatles and Jaws. You cannot. This record would cost like $1 gajillion to release if it even got cleared. Because this was put out in a time before the sampling laws were enacted.
Sure.
And this record and a bunch of were the things that actually kind of kicked that off. Like, wait a second, like, all these guys are sampling all this stuff, and we're not, as people who originally, they weren't getting paid, so copyright laws, all that. This record could never be released today. So it is a landmark record that actually was their second record that really kind of, I'm not going to say bombed, but it was really slow. Like, License to Ill was a juggernaut of a record. debut record, and then this one was kind of like meh. But it has aged so well and is considered by far by many people like the epitome of classic like 80s hip hop. So I love this song. Yeah.
I love that. It's really, and on songfacts.com, it's like the first sentence on there is, this is when they entered the booty shaking genre, basically. And I thought that was really funny.
It is the booty shaking genre. It is the booty shaking genre. So, all right. So listen, I got some stuff queued up here. So let's play a little bit of the OG music video.
Beastie Boys.
Because the classic, by the way, the Beastie Boys also were the ones that perfected this style of hip hop videos. Basically taking the old skateboard style videos from the 80s and then making like music video style with this. I mean, come on. You put this on and it's like, it's a party. It's an instant party.
Truly, I think if you want to get people moving, you throw this on, to your point, and people start shoulder bopping.
They start shoulder bopping.
I mean, there's no other act to do but shoulder bop. I know it says shake your rump, but it really means like shake your shoulders.
Shake your shoulder. In Amanda's world, it's shake your shoulders.
Shake your shimmy.
This song's so good. I love this. And it goes, there's so many great samples. And of course, like the classic, like they do the bong hit in the middle of the song, which it's just outrageous stuff. Outrageous stuff they did on this record. I mean, really, if you haven't listened to Paul's Boutique in a while, please go back and listen to it because I'm telling you, it is a pure work of genius what they did. It really is. I mean, it's amazing. What's Ian saying? I always thought the Beastie Boys were like your teenage kids giving it a go. Yes, exactly. Like,
and now at my age, watching that video and seeing those little babies perform, Ian, your comment there is so spot on. Imagine if those were your babies.
1989, man.
Go ahead. Give it a try. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. I mean, it's the Beastie Boys are just punk rock and hip hop, like completely infused, just doing their thing, pulling from all the things they like, from like skateboard culture to hip hop culture, New York specific, Brooklyn, like just everything that they love rolled up into like the Beastie Boys.
Listen, hold on. Listen to Harry crying.
Oh, I hear Harry's like he wants to shake his rump.
He's trying to shake his rump over there.
He's trying to shake his rump.
He's like, Mom, shake your shoulders.
Nope. He's like, he heard the Beasties going, and he was like, yes.
He's starting to sing.
Yes. He's saying, that's a 5 record, Mom.
That's right. Harry,
5 records.
Funny you say that because I disagree.
Of course you do.
But you know what? Of your list, this is probably the funnest one for me to listen to. And so I'm gonna give it like a 4.5. I can really respect
4.5. You would choose to listen to this song.
I would, especially with the boys. Like Marcus and Owen, this is up their alley. They would listen to this type of stuff. So I feel like this is a fun party starter. To your point, this hypes up the majority of people. Right.
And I listen to the song often when I'm trying to get myself like up and going, man. I put it on. It's great. And yeah, you shake your booty. You're just like,
oh, Chris shaking his booty.
You start shaking it. Shake your rump.
Put that on TikTok and I bet you can get a ton of followers.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to see Chris shaking his rump to the Beastie Boys.
Hey, you know what? Haters get views too.
big old rump.
If I was a booty shaking individual, I would shake my booty to this song, but I really just don't shake.
Yeah, but you skateboard, and I mean, it's not skateboard. You roller skate, so it's like you kind of roller skate, and I see you roller skate, and you kind of you got the little shake going on some of that.
I'm gonna be honest. I put on skates and I just become this different person. I mean,
You really do. You become a skater, Amanda. Amanda
there's
skates.
yeah,
Amanda
there's
skates.
something about the wind blowing through my hair that
Yeah.
just turns me into like a whole different version of myself.
There you go. So on here, you're that girl.
I'm that girl.
This is your persona, but
Yep.
you're like roller queen, like Amanda.
That's right.
Yeah.
Harry, oh my goodness. Harry has so much to say about the Beastie Boys.
He's got a lot to say about the Beastie
Harry,
Boys today.
I did a 4.5. That's as high as I'm going to go.
That's it.
That's it. No matter how much you yell at me.
For now.
This song has been around so long. Like, I feel like it's going to stay there. Like, your two other songs, though, I haven't heard of before. So
Right.
that could, actually, I lie. Your third song you gave to me last season.
I did give that one to you.
So
I can't remember. Okay. All right.
So I was, when I heard it, I was like, oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Ian's, I think the only time I get hyped these days is when I find a bargain at the supermarket. And you know what? You're not wrong, buddy.
You're not wrong. Okay, so
I do get hyped. I go, oh my God, these snack bags. There's two for $5.
2 for $5.
Two for $5. Holy smokes. Yes.
No.
We buy 4.
We should do a shopping, like a supermarket playlist.
We should actually.
As one of our themes. But like, what is that song that when you find a good deal like that at the supermarket, like what song immediately goes off?
2 for $5 Lay's potato chips.
2 for $5. 2
Holy
for $5.
smokes. Can sale.
10 for 10.
10 for 10. Holy. Make it 20.
Anyone under the age of 25 now is bailing on this
they're
show.
like,
They're like, I'm gone.
I'm out.
You had me at Beastie Boys. You lost me at Canned Goods.
Are you telling me I get 10 cans of beans for $10?
Do you remember when macaroni and cheese was like 4 for $1?
Yeah, and they still do that. Yeah, Kraft mac and cheese.
Now it's like 10 for 10 is a great deal.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you gotta know where to look for that. You know, you gotta go to like Walmart, Big Lots.
There you go. Ian, you had no idea what that comment was going to bring to the show.
Ian, you really triggered us with that one, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I like that. Supermarket playlist. We do talk about it. Like, we're like, oh, this is a song you hear when you're in Target.
You bring that up a lot. A lot of Targets.
The Target playlist is pretty strong. I gotta be honest. It gives you lots of vibes. It's very scientifically. I'd like to talk to the people who build the playlist for Target shoppers.
You know, incidentally, I have been playing. This is sidetracking the show, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Everybody's used to it. You do it all the time. Sorry.
For sure. You know how our Motown is number one. I've been starting to play Motown music at the store, and anytime I play that, my sales are better, and everyone like sings along. Like it knows no age difference,
right?
Whether they're young or old, everyone is singing along to the Motown songs, and it is so much fun. So, talk about like the strategic, psychology behind music in stores. Motown's working real well for this girl.
So is this what you're listening to in the car on the way? Or are you like shopping with like your phone on and like...
No, like at Pressed Rose, I have it
at
playing.
Pressed Rose. Oh, yes. I got you. Okay. Yeah, so at Pressed Rose,
got you. The door, they're instantly like greeted by a hello, and they're instantly like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, puts you in a good mood, which means, more sales.
More dollars.
Sales. More dollars. More dollars.
Or pennies. More pennies.
Or whatever.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. All right.
Okay. All right.
Bring us back home, Chris, because you know how I go.
Yeah. So let's talk about your first song to me.
Okay. I'm here for it.
So once again, guys, we just did my song, which was Beastie Boys, Shake Your Rump. Right? And so now we're going over to Amanda's first song that gets her hyped.
Yes.
First of all, I'm surprised there was no Carpenters on this playlist.
Well,
because I know how the Carpenters get you hyped.
We talk about revisions of our list, and that sweet golden voice of Karen was on there.
Yes.
But I said, you know what, Amanda? We've given that about every episode this year. So let's go easy.
Let's cool on the Carpenters.
Let's cool off on
I love me, the Carpenters, big time. But like they're not for hype track for me. They're not.
Okay. I just, when I'm hyping myself up.
Right. When you're hyping yourself up.
I don't really hype myself up. I gain composure and control.
Okay.
And calculate what's to come.
Right.
And my adventures and fun.
Right. So this song in particular.
Yeah.
Take Me Away by now known as The Chicks.
The
Chicks, released in 1999 off the album Fly. I hadn't heard this song.
Oh, stop. I'm twitching.
I thought I might have heard it because I'd heard a bunch of Chick songs, but for some reason this one just wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't. I mean, it sounded vaguely familiar, so there's probably a chance I heard it probably in Target.
Okay, we're going to clip this out, and you are going to be the person. This is going to be your Aaron Neville issue again.
It might be my Aaron Neville issue again, and this may be the one where too. If we clip this out and I make this a solo thing, we get all the hate comments that we normally get. Yeah. Okay. So
Cowboy Take Me Away.
Take Me Away. I wasn't super familiar with this song. However, see.
You had so many years to hear this, too.
I know. I had since 1999.
Yeah.
I was busy in 1999.
Okay, all right.
I was busy. We were having our first kid. So I don't know if I was like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I was still listening to a ton of punk and hardcore and mostly Brit pop at that time. A lot of shoegaze.
Ooh, okay.
So I was really, really deep into like my shoegaze, Brit pop, like everything European phase. So I got a feeling I just maybe missed this one, or I probably heard it at a wedding or something though, too. Oh, here we go. Oh, Ian, I think the only time I get hyped these days. Oh wait, we did that comment. Oh, sorry, Amanda, me too. Okay, that's it. There it is. I just saw it.
So Ian also hasn't heard this song.
Yep. So I'm not alone. Who else has not heard this song, by the way? I mean, listen, I know it's a big song. I mean, it reached number 27 on the charts.
I'm just like, are you guys punking me?
I'm not punking you. Amanda Sharp. Yeah. So listen about this song real quick. So Marty McGuire wrote this song about her sister and bandmate Emily Robinson's boyfriend, Charlie. On the VH1 show Storytellers, Marty said, Emily had been dating a bunch of guys I didn't approve of, and then she met Charlie, and I sort of pictured him whisking her off into the sunset. Emily and Charlie eventually married and are still together. Now, here's a little T-Sizzle. This is, by the way, this is all coming from songfacts.com. This song made a huge impact on a preteen Taylor Swift, writing in a 2019 LUK essay. LUKS? I didn't even know that.
I don't even know.
Writing in an LUK essay about the role that pop music played in her life, Swift recalled, to this day, when I hear Cowboy Take Me Away by the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks, I instantly recall the feeling of being 12 years old, sitting in a little wood-paneled room in my family's house in Pennsylvania. I'm clutching a guitar and learning to play the chords and sing the words at the same time, rehearsing for a gig at a coffee house.
Imagine at 12, just, going to do a gig at a coffee house.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Little knowledge for you Swifties out there.
And did you know that the song's title came from the Calgon commercials? Calgon.
Oh, Calgon, take me away. Interesting.
Calgon, take me away.
Yeah.
Calgon.
Okay.
Calgon was like that.
Yeah, it's a body product.
Was it that pink? The stuff that made the pink? Like it got
probably
pink. Oh no, that's calamine lotion. Oh! Like when you get like poison ivy or chicken pox.
Yeah, that's Calgon.
Yeah, Calgon is. Sorry.
You're so funny.
Calamine lotion. Let me hold on. Calgon, take me away.
Carry to bed while you're talking about it because he's whining. I gotta cover him. I have taken.
I'm not
as an adult.
I'm not a bath person.
Same.
I'm not a fan of the bath. By the way, it feels weird.
But when I take a
bath in your own filth.
Yeah, I always shower afterward. Like I rinse off after a bath.
Yeah, so it's like, what's the point? Like you're just wasting tons of water. I fill it up with a bath, and then I still take a shower. It's like I'll just take the shower, cut the bath out.
I have never, outside of maybe like childhood, ever taken a bubble bath that looked like that.
Calgon, take
Take
Calgon,
Chris
take
away.
Chris away.
But that is like one of the, maybe we're just not normal in our baths.
I mean, I understand like I get like a certain type of bath, like salt baths and all that, and you're in it to like
you
relax
need
and
to soak a little
like
bit.
I
Sure.
understand that, but like there's just something about a bath that I guess as I've gotten older. I mean, obviously as kids, like Mr. Bubbles and the bubble bath, like oh my god, yeah, it's the best. Like but as an adult, the fact of taking a bath and sitting in a tub, it just seems so like. Ugh, I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. And listen, if it's for you guys out there, that's great. Like, no, I'm not besmirching anybody in their bath time, but like, I'm not a fan of sitting in the bath.
No, I've never bubbled like that commercial.
You never were Calgon, take me away.
Never. And my hair certainly isn't pulled up perfectly like that. If I do. If I'm taking a bath, it's like medically, like I need to soak a muscle.
Right. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's a medical bath. Epsom salt.
It is not relaxing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Help me.
So, Chris, you don't have to bathe alone.
I have way too small of a bathtub for like two people to be in it.
I will also say my wife feels the same way about baths. She's very she's
Dave.
not a bath person either. She's very like, not her thing. Not her thing. Not my thing either.
I will say when we went to Vegas, this was years ago because I was preggo with Owen. We gosh, I'm gonna digress again. But we went into a hotel room.
I need a digress sound.
Digress.
I need like violin.
And so when we went into the hotel room, it was filthy. Like there was black stuff on our pillowcases. There were pee drips on our toilet seat.
Oh, disgusting. Quickly, I need a new room. Get me a new room. Get
this is when I was a Karen, okay? So I was like, beep, 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 beep.
I wouldn't, but that's not being a Karen. That's like hygiene, man. I am not staying in a filthy room.
I agree, but I did Karen it, like in my.
Let me speak to the manager.
Yes, and I was like, "Excuse me, I have pee on my toilet seat, and I want something done about it now." Like,
I want a new room. Just get me a new room.
Well, and I didn't say that.
You should have said
that. So I'm like, I need housekeeping. I was so sassy. And so housekeeping comes. I am not even making this up. This woman takes toilet paper, wipes the pee off the seat. No disinfectant. Does not wash her hands, Chris Baglio. And proceeds to change my pillowcases.
I'm getting grossed out at a whole epic level of being grossed out right now.
Well, you better believe I was like, boop, boop, boop. Excuse me, I need a whole new room. So we got upgraded to like this suite.
Yeah, give me the suite.
Give me the suite. And they had this big, huge tub. And it was more like a small pool. And you better believe I got into that and like swam around a little bit.
Was it in the shape of a heart or something?
No, it was more of like, I don't know, like more of a square. I don't even remember exactly. It was not a heart, but man, I felt because it wasn't my water.
Yeah.
And they did me dirty, literally did me dirty. So yeah, oh wow, a lot of bath talk.
Yeah, a lot of bath talk going on right now.
But yeah, that was I mean, I had a right to be a Karen, but I probably handled it a little too Karen-y.
A little too Karen-y?
A little too Karen-y. Karen Carpenter would not have did what I did.
She would not have approved.
She would have sang it.
Yeah.
There's pee on my seat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so there's going back and forth. Dave and Ian are having their own show, by the way, in the comments. So Dave's like, when you can check out Amy X Newberg's The Shower Song, and then Ian's like, is there any situation Dave doesn't have a song for? I don't think so. Yeah, there's by the way, if you're on the live stream, there's a whole other show going on in the comments. Just an FYI. All right, so let's talk about the song. Let's hear it. Let's hear some of the song. All right, so basically we're still talking about Cowboy Take Me Away by the Chicks. Cut to. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna let's listen to it on the Spotify here.
Look at our playlist there.
That's our playlist.
I will argue Fly, I think, is the Dixie Chicks' best album.
I think this is our biggest one, right?
I think so. I'd have to look at the success, but man, this was on the cusp of like freedom for me. It hit right with me.
It hit you.
It did.
I said I touch the earth. I wanna break it in my hands. I wanna grow something wild and unruly. I wanna sleep on the hard ground in the comfort of your arms, on a pillow of blue bonnets, in a blanket made of stars.
This is also a karaoke song for me.
I was just going to say, this sounds like an Amanda karaoke song.
Cowboy, take me away.
See, the chorus in this is very familiar.
Fly this girl as high as you can into the wild blue.
It's very familiar.
I know like every word on this album. Every word.
I could tell.
Closer to heaven above and closer to you. Closer to you.
Yeah, so I'm going to say it's a pretty good song, though. I mean, having not, like, listened to the song extensively, I'm going to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, not having have had a history with it is what I meant to say. Like how you have had a long history with the song.
Connection.
I would say that for me, I'm going to put it. I know I've heard this song. I just can't place where or how, and I got a feeling it was either at a wedding or it was while I was shopping. Honestly,
Either
I'm being
or.
straight up. Like those are probably where I heard it.
Understood.
So while I'm like, yeah, I don't know this song, it is very familiar. So I'm gonna chalk it up with I probably heard it and I completely had forgotten about the song.
Fair.
So I'm gonna go with that because especially with it being as big as it is, I'm sure I must have heard this. I will say, out of your songs to me today, out of all your songs to me today, this is probably, I'd say, my second favorite of the songs. So I like it. Well, here's the thing. I actually,
I was expecting it to come in. Who says that, Chris? Out of all your songs today, like I'm thinking it's going to be your favorite or least favorite. And he goes, out of all your songs today, I'd say this probably is my second favorite.
My second favorite.
Like it goes. Does anyone else find that funny? Because
I'm sure they will. Yeah.
It's my second favorite.
It's my second favorite of your.
Being so anticlimactic, like.
Yeah. It's in the middle.
Nestled into the middle.
It's nestled into the middle of songs. So I actually, the song is pretty good. I mean, it's a good song. I'm trying to decide if I would choose to put it on. Would I choose to listen to this song? So here's the thing. I don't know if I would actually press. I don't know if I would physically go, let me cue this up. However, I don't think I would skip it.
Say what?
I don't think I would skip the song. I don't think it's a skippable song because I do enjoy. I'll tell you this. I like Natalie Maine's voice. I think she's got an amazing, and I think all of them together sound awesome. Like they have all got great voices. They're all great musicians, great artists. Like always thought they were great, you know. And I also love that they're kind of like for country, like they're very punk rock in that way, like the way they, you know, they're like outlaws, like outlaw. They should be outlaw country, even though that was an old term, but like they would belong in outlaw country because they're just kind of like they go against the grain a lot, even though they're very accessible musically. Agreed. You know.
Yeah, I would say I had to Google what their last album was called because I couldn't think of it. But their last album that they did is called Gaslighter, and it has a much edgier, punkier rocker sound. I think you would really like that album. Give her a try.
I'll give her a try. I'll give her a try. And Dave is saying, Chris, you probably heard it while you were shopping for bubble bath.
In the Calgon aisle.
In the Calgon, take me away.
Dave also said, Cowboy, take Earl away. Goodbye. So that is on the album Fly. Goodbye, Earl. And you know
Goodbye, Earl. That's a good song. That song I know. And we've talked about it on the show.
Absolutely. That's a song that I
like that song.
It's the fried green tomato like anthem type of thing. Girls will do Earl right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is where do I put the song? All right. So where am I rating this song? I'm gonna give this song a solid 3.5.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it. It's better than mediocre. Not quite a 4 because I wouldn't choose to actively listen to this. However, I would not skip it.
Okay.
Like, if we were hanging out, Amanda, and you put it on, I wouldn't say, oh, skip this.
I think you'd be very tolerant of my playlist, but yeah.
But I wouldn't ask you to skip it. Although there are songs you have, and I'm like, yeah, you should, and vice versa. You'd be like, Chris, I can't. But you got to skip
making my
this.
ears bleed.
Yeah, it's making my ears bleed. Yeah.
So I want to ask you, Chris, and I
Okay.
know we are like 45 minutes into this show. We've
talked about 2 songs.
We're sorry about that, but also,
But this is our hype show, man. We're hyped.
We're hyping each other up. So when you were getting ready at home,
Yeah.
were you allowed to like bang out to music and listen to it loud? See, I wasn't.
Yeah. No, like my bedroom door closed, boom, stereo up, like,
See, that was
rocking out.
I was like, volume was very controlled at our
air
house.
guitaring and
okay. See, this is where I think there might be a difference in our hype songs.
But like, picking out, you like, what am I going to wear tonight? Jeans, shirts, hat, shoe, sneakers. And I'm not feeling this. Let me, like, you're kind of putting yourself together a bit. Not that I'm like a huge fashionista. I mean, look at me. I'm,
you still have
Ranger shirt and a Cheech and Chong a dispensary T-shirt. But like back in the day, and I had hair. I had hair, so I would be like. Fixing the flow a little bit, I didn't have a beard or a mustache back in that. In college I started doing the goatee and all that, but when I was in high school and all that, I was all fresh faced, mullet flowing. Mullet.
I just can't even.
Mullet.
That is so funny. I mean, I can say without question, outside of like a dance, which I really didn't even like going to in school, I did not ever really like put a lot of effort into getting ready to go out. I am so sorry, Marcus. Like, I still don't.
And it's just, you think, I don't know. Guys, and this may be an unpopular statement, so forgive me. Or not. I don't know, whatever. Sorry, not sorry. But like...
You're going to get canceled.
Is there a difference between getting ready in like Michigan versus like getting ready in the East Coast, New Jersey? Like, I don't know.
Maybe...
Like, I don't know. And maybe it's just because you and I are just so opposite, and like we had different lives, different styles of being grown up, like
different parents.
Different parents. So there's a lot of variables there. But I don't know, like, is getting hyped to go out, is that like a coast thing?
And I know we kind of
I feel like it's universal though. I feel like people like I'm getting ready to go out. Like, I'm not,
I guess maybe logistically speaking, if there's less to do while you're going out, like I'm not going to get like
I'm getting ready to get ready
out to just drive around.
Well,
and I was really like, I didn't even.
Sometimes we did. I mean, sometimes because you don't know what's going to happen. So you kind of like, hey, even though we're going cruising. No, but we're all jumping in a car, we're listening to tunes. We don't know where we're going to wind up. So you're kind of like, well, I don't know where the night's going to take me. I may go nowhere. We may just drive around for 3 hours and then hit the diner. Okay. Or we may like find something or run into somebody and then we're like, going to some hotel party.
I wish I had a picture of, I didn't even wear mascara until I think I was like 25. I didn't even put makeup on.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely a different,
a lot.
We definitely grew up in different circles.
Chris is choosing his words very carefully.
But I get it. I get it.
I need to find some pictures of my younger years.
I mean, I've shown you pictures of my high school mullet.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I did. I must have put zero effort into my appearance. I think that's what it's coming down to. I think this show is making me realize, Dr. Phil, where are you? We need some Dr. Phil.
Guys, there's some real therapy happening on this show. Let's all embrace and hug Amanda.
Let's just be impressed that Marcus was like,
Amanda,
I'll
we see you. We see you and we hear you.
Thank you.
You're seen and you're heard.
Thoughts and prayers should be with Marcus, though.
Thoughts and prayers with Marcus. I want to know Marcus's hype play. Marcus, I want to know Marcus's hype playlist. Marcus has got to have a hype playlist.
He does. And
I want to know Marcus's playlist. That's what we should get gotten that ready. I want to know Marcus's playlist. We're gonna post in the group. Ask Marcus what his 3 hype songs are.
Okay, when he comes, like when I pick him up,
and
he's walking out of the airport, he has his little headphones on. And
when he gets
in the car, he pulls them out, And hold on, I can't hear you now that I pulled mine out.
Now that you pulled yours out, you can't hear me. You're like, wait, what?
And when he pulls mine, I can hear it. And it sounds like something you would be listening to. I don't know.
He gets hyped. He's hyped. You know, he's getting hyped. He's hyped. He's ending his day. He's winding down. He just got done work. You know, like even guys on the field. You know, you see like the athletes are all worn up. They got their headphones on. Like they're getting hyped. They're getting in focused and into the moment to perform. Yep. That's hype, man.
That's too. I think I'm the problem. So I think we've realized this.
I don't know if it's a problem. Man. I think we're just grew up in different circles. We're just different people, apparently, by these plays. So, all right. So, listen, we're 46 minutes into the show, and we've talked about 2 songs.
So sorry, everyone. Okay, well, let's...
Why are you apologizing? This is the show.
Because Dave's like, I got appointments to do. Ian's like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
They know
Ian's up like really late, man. It's like middle of the night for him now. So, all right. Let's get to song number 2. Okay. Our song's number 2.
Mm-hmm. Your song to me, number 2, was Waiting Room. Is it by Fugazi?
Yes! You got it! I was really dying to hear how you were going to say this. And you nailed it. You just nailed it. Fugazi. Fugazi. Well, I don't even know what to say about the song anymore. I'm just so impressed by my pronunciation. Yeah. So tell me about this song, Chris, because I don't have a deep desire to love this song. All right, so by the way, Dave's saying Chris high energy songs are for getting ready to go out. Amanda's romantic ballads are getting ready to take a date home. I like that you're getting ready to take the date home.
I do. I did make Marcus marry me, so that tracks.
Or it's one of these situations.
Yeah. Looks right.
All right. So Fugazi, right? So a little bit about it. So Ian MacKaye, who's in Fugazi, is the singer, one of the singers, mainly the lead singer in Fugazi, chief songwriter. Very important to the world of punk and hardcore. Started the band Minor Threat. They were the first to sort of like really put the whole straight edge thing into like hardcore. Do you know what straight edge means, Amanda? Mm-mm. Okay, so straight edge.
I do, but I don't.
Straight edge was a movement. It still is a movement, very big. And they had they had the song Straight Edge and all that. And it basically was based at that time. It was like kids that would go into shows and all that. But it was like, hey, we're gonna be anti everything that like rock and everything's about. Like it's no alcohol, no drugs. Oh, nothing. We're gonna live like a very straight line. We're gonna live a straight line, and we're gonna be very focused because we're not gonna get wrapped up into any drugs, alcohol, anything like that. It's all about like being straight edge, right?
Narrow.
And they used to do X up, and they used to put X's on their wrist, but the X's were really because it was like going to all ages shows in DC. Like to know that you were under 21, they would put an X on your hand. So that then became sort of a symbol of the straight edge movement, was the X up to show that you're, straight edge.
I see.
So Ian MacKaye does Minor Threat, all that. They eventually break up. Then he does a band Embrace, which is very short lived. Then he does Fugazi, which was an important band for many reasons because they basically created a post-hardcore sound, is what that was called.
Okay.
And also really was probably one of the most popular like of the underground bands out there, like infused like still punk hardcore rock ethics, still were straight edge, refused to do any magazine interviews. If the magazine, Ian MacKaye to this day still will not do an interview in Rolling Stone or anything like that because they sell beer ads, liquor ads. He won't do it. He's like, I don't even want to support it. Yeah. They wouldn't go on tours or anything like that supported that. Very independent, very just that's what they did. Stuck by the morals. Also founded the famous, still thriving record label, Discord Records, which put out hundreds of releases by many important bands in punk, hardcore, post-hardcore, alternative, whatever you want to call it. So very, very important to the overall scene. Waiting Room is... You can't even really call it a hit because there is no Fugazi hits. However, it is one of their most well-known songs and one of the most beloved songs. And it's a great sing-along and gets everybody charged up. And it's just that, for me, every time I hear it, it's just, I can't help but like get hyped because I just love the lyrics. I love the whole like feel, some of the gang vocal kind of style. And it's just a fun song. It's a really fun song to listen to. And you can feel the rawness, the power, the energy behind it. And it's just that's the kind of song, you know, I love this song.
So
gets me going.
I hope you can humor where I'm going with this comment. And this was really my only like concept and thought that I
didn't think that you would like this song, but we're talking about hype songs and it's going on because I think it's important to talk about.
I think this one I could be swayed to like this song if it had ska background music in it, because I feel like the vocals sound very ska-ish.
Yeah, well, I will tell you that beat, it's actually a very ska reggae beat. It's just sped up. It's actually very rooted in that.
Okay.
And it's just sped up. It's just sped up. But it is that like, it's kind of like hip hop, funk, reggae.
Yes. If it went a little bit more reggae, I feel like I could have really liked this.
But it's very much rooted in that kind of signature and sound. It's just sped up. It's just they speed it up.
I'm kind of proud of myself right now.
You are. I'm super proud of you too for picking that up.
Thanks. Well, let's give everyone a little bit of a taste of what this is, so they can see what I'm hearing when I.
So let's play a little bit of a live version of this. By the way, it has 9 million views.
Oh, that's
this is actually a great little live performance. We won't watch the whole thing though. But I mean, most people should know this song. But
that is it. Bass? Is that what that is? Is that bass?
Yep.
I really enjoy that. Nice moves.
Everybody's so skinny. I wish I was that skinny.
But they were also much younger.
Like even that, everybody move in. Everybody move in. Like, all right, so
everyone's enjoying themselves though.
Yeah, I mean you get it. I mean it's a vibe. I mean that's a really crummy, you know, live recording version, but you already feel the energy there, you know, like I dig it. I mean that's the kind of stuff I love to be around, you know. So that song just hypes me, man. It gets me going. It gets my blood going.
I can see where you think that. And I have to say, so Dave is coming in with everyone could be swayed to love a song with a ska backtrack. And I'm really feeling that. Again, I'm really glad I realized what ska was because I really enjoy that music.
Yeah, and ska is just faster reggae, more like tink tink. It's on the upbeat, you know, whereas like reggae, and ska's like tink tink tink, you know. And so this is when you listen to this, you hear that. It's all rooted in that, and that's why this song is great. It just got so much groove. I mean, that rhythm, that groove, man, it just gets me going. That's why it's on my hype. That's why it's on my hype playlist.
I can see that. So I don't dislike this song. I don't know that I would seek it out and play it.
You wouldn't choose to put it on.
Correct, but I would not probably skip it.
You wouldn't ask me to skip it.
Nope. I can bop to this one a little bit. I wouldn't be like not participating in the enjoyment. But you wouldn't not be participating. Correct. That's what you're saying. I'm gonna give it like a 3.8.
Oh, okay. All right. So much higher than I expected, to be honest with you, because I thought for sure you were gonna give this a 2.
And you know, if never,
I thought for sure you were going to give it a 2. I was prepared to be like, Chris, this song is terrible. My ears hurt. I don't get it. But
No,
see, but when you came in and said, I hear a little, I'm like, what? What did Amanda just say here?
I'm really proud of that.
I'm very proud of you, Amanda Sharp.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let the record state 4 years into the show.
I'm really finding myself as a music listener.
You are really finding yourself. I'm like a proud father right now.
But to your point, if this would have been, because this show really could have been episode 1 through 5,
Yeah.
I think I really would have probably given this like a highest of 3, probably back in the day.
Yeah, I think you would have.
I would have struggled to probably get to 3.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think 3 would have been. Honestly, I somewhere I was in the 2s where I thought you were going to go with this. So
that's so funny. So 3.8. I really
you subverted my expectations, Amanda Sharp.
I'm so glad.
Amanda Sharp.
That
girl. All right. So listen, I like a 3.8 for Fugazi Waiting Room from Amanda Sharp, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have ever expected?
We're just breaking all the rules today.
Breaking all the rules. Look at this. Hyping each other up with our hype playlists. Love it. Love it. All right. So your next song to me, I gotta hear the story about this. I know there's a story behind this.
You know, there's really not.
So we're talking about "I Love You" by Martina McBride. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was gonna say was the song was different than what my initial just perception was, because I expected one thing and I got something different.
So this is a very poppy.
Yeah, it's very poppy
song versus more of a ballad. Like, were you expecting like a love ballad?
Yes. I was expecting a slower piano-driven ballad.
Like "I Will Always Love You" by a Whitney Houston type of thing.
It's just something, but maybe a little more country balladish, because, I don't know a ton of Martina McBride stuff, but we've talked about her on the show before. So I didn't expect this song. And this was way more upbeat than I thought it was going to be. And actually even a little bit more like, I don't know, a little more like, kind of like they're in a room, like just cranking it out type of a feel. I don't know. Even though it was very produced, I picked up on some stuff that sounded like they were having a really fun time making this song.
I like that. Well, and it is a fun song. And I think it's a fun song about love. Like, some of the lyrics are, "I've known you just a week or two, but baby, I'm so into you." And I think when you find somebody, you just kind of like know pretty quickly if that's your person. Yeah,
I agree. And this is her biggest hit to date.
I didn't even realize that.
It debuted at number 43 on the U.S. Billboard Hot Country Singles in Tracks and charted for the week of July 31st, 1990. It reached number 1. I'm not even going to say. I can't talk to it. It reached number 1 in late 1999 and remained there for 5 consecutive weeks until it was knocked off by "When I Said I Do" by Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black. It is Martina McBride's biggest country hit to date. The song also crossed over and charted number 24 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 21 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary chart. It is her highest charting single on the Hot 100 and was her first entry as a solo artist in the Adult Contemporary chart.
I really would never I didn't realize that was her most successful song. I didn't even know that. From a
music business standpoint, definitely her most successful. Probably had to do with the fact that it was featured in a 1999 film. You know the film?
Was it Runaway Bride?
It was. It was Runaway Bride. Which is really
interesting because Dixie Chicks had a song in there too.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I believe so.
I did not know that. Okay, so this was on the soundtrack for Runaway Bride.
Okay.
And then it was also then included on the single on her record that was coming out, which was called Emotion, and then it was on her Greatest Hits compilation.
She's just
so it was released as a single, then it was recorded for the I guess they did she originally recorded it for the soundtrack for Runaway Bride. So it was originally recorded for Runaway Bride and then released as a single on Emotion, and then eventually Greatest Hits. So song has definitely had, and I think that especially that movie was a hit. I mean, Richard Gere, Julia Roberts at the height of their powers, late 90s Julia Roberts.
That's, one thing I will say, I think both of them as an actor and actress, I feel like they have just seasoned so well and found new roles to be in as they continue to
Yeah.
get older. I just think they've really embraced aging very
I mean,
well.
that was Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, and they had just done Pretty Woman together, right? Weren't they both in Pretty Woman?
Quite a bit before that.
Yeah,
but
Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. So it was kind of like, here they are again together. So
reunion.
big. So I wonder how big that movie was, because I had to be pretty big.
I guess,
And it was a Gary Marshall film. Oh yeah, so it followed. Pretty Woman is released in 1990.
Okay, so this is almost a decade later.
Critics gave it negative reviews, but it was a commercial success, grossing $309 million worldwide, which was huge for a rom-com back in the day.
So I'll be honest, I went and saw Runaway Bride with somebody who was not Marcus.
Well, it was 1999. I mean,
yeah. Incidentally, it was the guy that Marcus broke us up. Well done, Marcus, because that would have been a train wreck. Yes.
Well, it was the one-arm push-up that put it over the edge.
Yeah, he just couldn't go back from that. But yeah, so I actually saw this with a guy named Jamie in the movie theater. One of the very few movies I actually see in movie theaters. I don't go to the movie theater very often. It's painful.
Right. I'm not surprised. So the song was from there. Okay. So you like that?
I like that.
Do you remember hearing the song in the movie?
I do. There's all of the songs are very beautifully placed in that song.
All right. And this is a short one too. I mean, it's a great pop song. Length of 2:52. Let's listen to a little bit of I Love You.
Dave said I proposed 2 weeks after our first date.
Aw.
Dave. Which I knew it was fast. I didn't realize it was 2 weeks. I love that.
That is awesome. That's awesome, Dave.
Where'd the music go?
Oh, you were talking about that.
Sorry.
I didn't want to be rude, so I was trying to be considerate. This sounds like a movie song, by the way.
The sun is shining
Like-
every day. Clouds never get in the way for you and me. I've known you just a week or two, but baby, I'm so into you can hardly breathe. And I'm so totally wrapped up, emotionally attracted.
This is so catchy. This is catchy.
Yeah, it's really an easy song.
Baby, I love you.
Yeah, this is so 90s too, with like the jangly guitars. So 2 things come to mind real quick when I hear this song. First of all, I think of the Friends theme song when I hear this song.
That is so funny.
I totally and I know it's, but I just, for some reason, it makes me think of the Friends theme song, and it also, there's something very Wilson Phillips about this song, and
gosh, yes.
and you know, I love me some Wilson Phillips. By the way, I'm not ashamed to admit I love Wilson Phillips. That first record is so good, and this has got like sort of like that '60s like Shangri-La, like with the jangly guitar stuff. And I'm digging it, and that's why I said there's something about the song, even though it's very produced. There's something that just sounds like they're just kind of in a room, like kind of having fun with this one. And I know they probably aren't. I mean, I'm sure everything was recorded to perfection, but I think they did a good job making this sound very like raw 60s-esque. There's even a part in the song where it's very like, there's something that almost sounds like very Beatles-esque. I gotta see if I can, there's a part, like little transition. Like even that with the little like the drum, that like that little run sounds very Beatles-esque.
Hardly wait till our next kiss. You're so cool.
Do.
Please don't wake me.
There's a lot of fun stuff in the song.
I can't get enough of what you do. And I'm so electrically charged up, kinetically acting.
I love all the big words.
Yeah, very another 90s staple.
Yeah, it is a 90s. I really like this part.
That's it. That right there is like very Beatles-esque to me. Like right here. Right there. That's like super Beatles to me. So, all right, I don't want to play the whole song. Otherwise, we're gonna get banned.
I know. YouTube's being very good to us this week. Last week it was a disaster. This week, not so bad.
Yeah, not so bad. So, I will tell you this. Here's some things. Amanda, that girl. Here's some things, that girl. I like this song. This is my favorite of all your songs you gave me. I was very pleasantly surprised by this song because I went in with expectations that were completely ruined. Thank you. I'm glad they were ruined because I really like the song. And we even talked about the Bengals recently, and I feel like this has a very, like, it's that 60s jangly guitar, like the Birds. I can
see this.
60s pop. I think that's the best way to say it. And there's a lot of things about this I like. I like her vocal line. I think the lyrics are cool. It's catchy. This is an earworm of a song for me. Mm-hmm. That is why I will give this song...
Ooh, what are we coming in at?
I'm going to give this song 4.2 records.
I will take that because
I would choose to listen to this song in. I would put this song on. I would choose to listen to this. I like this song. It's fun.
At you.
It's a fun, happy song. It's cute. It's a good ditty.
It's a good ditty is right. And she does a song that year too. It's Love's the Only House, and that's a really good song. And
I like Dave saying, reminds me a little bit of the Cardigans. Yes, Dave. Yes.
Very fair.
Yes. Fair assessment. I like that. And I love the Cardigans.
I'm digging where this show's going.
Yeah.
That Martina, you've helped redeem me a little bit.
Yeah, a 4.2.
You're helping me move up a little bit.
And I can see why this was in the movie. This is a very movie song. Absolutely. Like this, that's what you think about. Like there's a movie, like you can hear this playing. I don't remember. I remember Runaway Bride. I don't remember. I know I saw it. It's been probably haven't seen it since the 90s.
I feel
we
like
probably rented it from Blockbuster Video.
It's one of those like one and done movies to watch. Like I don't feel like people. I don't think it became like a fan favorite that they would watch over and over and over, like Pretty Woman was.
Yeah, we probably watched it on HBO or we rented it from Blockbuster.
I miss Blockbuster so much.
I still have my Blockbuster card somewhere, by the way.
You really?
I do. I got it somewhere. I was digging through stuff, and I go, "Why do I still have this?" I'm like, it has my name. I'm like, I'm keeping this. I don't know why. I still have the laminated Blockbuster card.
I think. That's one of those things that when you're older, like you can reminisce with.
Yeah.
You can pull out your little shoebox of trinkets.
Yep.
And you can tell your little grandkids, well, back in my day.
We used to go to the store and rent movies with this card that anybody could have made.
We had to walk 10 miles and back with our VHS tapes. I don't know why I'm saying it like country.
And video games.
And you know what was the most important thing out of all of that? You had to be kind and rewind.
Be kind and rewind. Otherwise, you got the charge.
And the fact
I like be kind and rewind. That girl, be kind and rewind.
Be kind and remember, everyone. Be kind and rewind. Simpler times, were they not?
Yes, very simpler. Much more simpler times. Sometimes I yearn for the times where I could just go to Blockbuster and wander on aimlessly for an hour looking for one or two films to rent for the weekend.
And let me tell you the pressure if you got lucky enough because it was more expensive to rent video games.
Yeah.
Like to rent a Nintendo game, there was nothing like the pressure of having, because you would go on a Friday knowing you would get that extra day.
Yep. That was the point. Yeah, you didn't have to return until
after a certain time.
Yeah, you didn't have to return until Sunday.
Yep. So you'd get that extra day, but to try and beat a game in like a 2-day window, nearly impossible. Nearly impossible. That's when you were like stayed up all night drinking like Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. All hopped up on Mountain Dew. I love Mountain Dew.
I used to. I couldn't even think about drinking that now.
It tears up my stomach.
Oh,
I am willing. I could
gut rot.
I could down a 2-liter in 2 hours or less.
Could you? You could still do it?
I would have repercussions. I want
Mountain Dew and Taco Bell.
Yes, or give me some Code Red Mountain Dew. That is my
Code
favorite.
Red. Whoa, yeah, Code Red back in the day. Oh, I couldn't even think about drinking that now. I feel like my insides would turn inside like.
I mean, I might, but I'd be willing to do it anyway.
Oh man.
I will take Code Red donations.
Code Red donations. You can pay us a Taco Bell Code Red or $1 for Patreon.
Either. Any is fine.
Yeah, any is fine. Any is
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
geez, that's
Marcus
great.
makes fun of me for my love of Mountain Dew. He's like, "Did you drink that from a bottle or something?" I
Yeah.
was like, "Probably."
I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys Mountain Dew drinkers out there, current or past?
Listen.
And if you did you go Code Red? Code Red.
Code Red.
If you were a gamer, you drank Code Red.
I'm telling you,
PC
there
gamer.
has to be enough people who like Mountain Dew still, because it's still out there,
It's
right?
no, they still like big sponsors of stuff. I mean, they still
so, like-
sponsor all the video game competition. Isn't who drives the Mountain Dew race NASCAR? Like he's got the Mountain Dew, or I used to. I don't know. He used to have the old Mountain Dew like car.
So like I never see anyone drink it. It's on the shelf still. So I mean, people
That's
gotta be
7-Eleven, the Mountain Dew Slurpee.
Slurpees.
The greatest. God, life was so much better. Going to Blockbuster, hitting up 7-Eleven, getting a Slurpee, and oh my God.
Man,
Listen to
those
us
were the days.
reminiscing like a bunch of old people.
Back in our day.
Back in our day, we Code Red Slurpee. It's a video games from Blockbuster.
But we've got more listeners now than we
Yeah.
ever had. So maybe
We do.
people are hearing what they want to hear.
Maybe,
So,
maybe.
do we have any like housekeeping before I go into your third song?
I mean, listen, just once
At
again,
this
if you
point-
guys are watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, that little bell, so that way you get notified every single time we drop new videos, please. Or, hit the follow button if you're listening to us on the go anywhere. And join our Patreon, $1. And you get more of this.
$1. $1.
All right.
Keep up with us. Okay.
Third song.
That $1 would have paid for some Blockbuster fines.
That's right.
All
Yeah.
right.
When you didn't rewind or you returned it on Monday instead of Sunday night.
Sometimes it was worth it.
You got to get in that Dropbox, man.
I know. All right. Your third song to me was The Fire by Killswitch Engage. And I mean, do they have no less than 3 songs with fire in their name? Because-
Fire's a very popular, metal thing. This, and by the way, it's This Fire, not The Fire.
Oh, The Fire, This Fire. And then there was something else. I mean, and they're
Well, because
Killswitch
it's
Engage.
it's This Fire, and then sometimes it's called This Fire Burns, but it's This Fire. Like on the record, it's called This Fire.
Okay, so this is what I like to call, for anyone who has been here since season number 1. This is the bait and switch, but reverse bait and switch.
Reverse bait and switch.
This is reverse Uno here, what we've got. And we like to call it the Cookie Monster Rock as well. So Cookie Monster Rock, bait and switch, reverse.
That's right. Well, by the way, we have those
Very simple.
Cookie Monster Rock shirts in our merch store, by the way.
The rules are very simple. This is what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
This is classic. But I just can't help but love the vocals in the chorus. And I wish I could get more of those vocals instead of the I sounded just like them, didn't I?
You nailed it.
I mean, are you listening to Killswitch Engage or Amanda Sharp? I mean, one could argue they don't know.
First of all, look at these shirts. These shirts are fire.
They're on fire.
I love Cookie Monster Rock. Available right now in our store.
Everyone who reads that knows what we're saying.
That's right. Get your Cookie Monster Rock shirt.
Get your Cookie Monster Rock shirt. That also supports our show. So thank you in advance if you buy some of our flair. So,
Yes.
this song is not, it's not terrible, because I can appreciate where you're coming from when you're putting it up on your hype list. Has merch shop got an Amanda dictionary?
There's Amanda Dictionary and Amanda Cookbook coming soon. It might be the same thing, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. So where was I at? I'm telling
Wait, you were saying
my own lingo.
no, you were saying that you understand why the song gets me.
Yeah. I mean, this is, when I hear this I know is a Chris hype song.
It is 1,000% a Chris hype song.
So whether I love it or not is really irrelevant, because I understand why it's nestled on your your hype. I can see why it is respectfully on your playlist.
It's a very positive song, though.
Sure.
No, it is. I mean, didn't you read the lyrics?
Yeah,
I mean, they're
for
it's
sure.
positive.
Well, it always gets me because there's Christian rock songs that have this sound to it too, and I'm like,
Right.
wow, you really praising Jesus in a
That's right.
sound.
They are
Crazy.
full of the Holy Spirit, and they want everybody to know it. Everybody, the whole world, and they're gonna sing it how they want.
We're gonna have to add to the wheel Christian music.
Oh, we're doing that. Christian, yeah, it's
Christian
getting added.
music, because I think we would expand all of our listeners with some great spiritual music.
Great Christian
I'm
rock
sure
songs.
you do. See, like, my throat is already scratchy just from doing an imitation of Cookie Rock.
Just Cookie Monster.
It's all scratchy now. No, so I can really respect this. He does have excellent vocals.
Yes, Harold is a great vocalist.
It's amazing the change up of being able to go back to both. And I still will argue. I know that they have things that they do to their throats to help them stay healthy and not like do their vocal cords in a bad way. But it blows my mind that they can sing like that and not have effects to their vocal cords. That just.
Yeah, I mean, his voice when he was the singer, because he was, I said Howard. What did I say? I don't know if I said it right before. Harold, I said it. It's Howard.
Oh, Howard.
Sorry, too many H's. But Howard Jones on this record was the second singer. The first one being Jesse Leach. Then Howard came in like when the band was at basically like one of their best and most prolific careers. Then Howard left and Jesse came back into the band, and Jesse's now been fronting the band for a while. The last record that came out, they actually did like a Howard and Jesse combo song, like that song, The Signal Fire we were talking about, like that's a song where both vocalists are actually on it. So they're all still very like close, and they do these things. But Jesse's now the official lead singer again of Killswitch, and Howard's been off doing his own thing. But I always love Howard's range of being able to be like really with the rough, loud vocals.
Yeah.
To his clean bravado, which is so much power in his voice. It's just absolutely love it. I love it. It's such a huge part of like their sound, which is why I think they're like the most successful of all the metalcore bands that come out, like being able to create really catchy songs, even though it's heavy, very catchy. And then his vocals over top. Oh, beautiful. It's like soaring, just soaring vocals.
When it gets to the chorus,
yeah.
No, and it's good. It's good. I can't really complain. I'm not turning this song on.
You wouldn't choose to listen to this song.
No. And I could tolerate it if the area is appropriate to listen to this. But this is not like one that I could have on like if I'm in the car with my mom taking her somewhere. Like she's not going to enjoy this. So
are you sure?
My mom didn't even like the Beatles.
All right, so let's listen to a little bit of Fire, and then we're gonna watch a video.
Okay.
So
this
for everybody,
this fire.
So let's do a little bit of this fire.
This fire.
Oh, why isn't this other? Well, that's Martina. Not this fire. That's Martina.
I was like, I'll take another go around.
Let's go. Yeah! Let's go, Amanda.
Where we going?
Only I could sing like this.
I thought
it was you. All right. If only I could sing like that, my life would be so much different.
I would never choose to sing like that. Ever.
You could do the clean parts though. We could do like dual vocals. Like someone could do screaming. You could do the clean part.
In my
Yeah.
Yes,
There you go.
yes. I don't know if anyone
This fire burns away. See, I can't sing, but you can do it. You can. This fire. You can sing that. You can sing that clean part. I can see you doing that.
I could.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think they'd lose listeners, but I give it a go. All right.
All right. So where are you rating this fire?
I don't love this, but I can appreciate it. So I'm gonna give it a 3.2.
3.2. Okay.
You're like 3.2.
Okay. All right.
Noted, Amanda.
I thought maybe the CM Punk version would, kind of boost it a little bit.
Well, it did.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was a 2.8, and maybe that was.
It was a 3, and then for the extra drama, I was like, okay, 0.2.
Yeah. Ian, it kills me how seriously some Americans take wrestling. Let me tell you, Ian. Let me tell you, wrestling here in the United States is more popular than hockey, and I'm a huge hockey fan.
And were you
It's sold out arenas, stadiums. Like WrestleMania is at a football stadium, and it sold out for 2 nights.
Well, you see the stadium. How
Yeah,
full
that's
it
an
is.
arena, and that's sold out.
Ian, were you a fan of our show when we were talking about wrestling last time and how I wanted to be Miss Elizabeth so bad? I don't know. If not, I'm going to have to send you some of our videos on how I wanted to be Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah. Miss Elizabeth on Macho Man's arm.
Chris made some pictures of me being Miss Elizabeth next to Macho Man.
I did.
Savage.
Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
My buddy Ken does an amazing Macho Man.
SummerSlam 88. Yes.
Yes. Yes. And then he became Macho King. Remember his Macho King?
His long fringe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then he somehow just went into the Slim Jims. I don't know exactly how that happened. But...
Hey, that was a great career move though, man. They paid him a ton of money to be the spokesperson for Slim Jim.
Ooh,
they actually
happened to a Slim Jim.
They still show those commercials during wrestling, and they actually do it now where I think it's like some of the newer wrestlers, but they always will show Macho Man like in a circle at the end going, ooh yeah, like so they still are using Macho Man as part of like the campaigns. I love it. Ooh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
These are ingrained in our brains, Chris.
So yes, Ian, Americans take wrestling very seriously.
We ain't ashamed of that.
No. What else do we have?
I wasn't allowed to watch MTV, but by God, my mom allowed me to watch WWF at the time.
Heck yeah, man. Come on. Let's go. Woo!
Oh,
so good.
Prime time. Soap opera is what that was.
All right. So a 3.2
3.2
for this fire by Killswitch Engage. Okay. It's acceptable.
Okay.
I guess. For you, it's acceptable. For me, it's a 5 out of 5, but that's my opinion.
Understood.
All right.
I can understand that.
Okay, so your last song, to me, the last song that we're discussing today is, and actually, this is a song I think everybody knows for the most part. I mean, I definitely know this song.
And we've mentioned this song a time or two. And Dave just brought it up a couple episodes ago. I can't remember.
He did bring it up, because I think we were talking about Paula Cole, because we were talking about I don't want to wait for our lives. The Dawson's Creek song. That's I said I couldn't. That's all I could think about. I don't want to wait. But Dave actually gave his rating already for this song.
Yes. He came in
here it is.
solid 4.5.
4.5 for him. So this is Paula Cole's signature song, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? And I got to tell you, this is, when you think about this song and how popular this became, it's kind of listening back to this song now, I'm actually like, this is a very advanced kind of song to be as popular as it got, because it's very interesting. Very interesting song.
Yeah.
And the fact that this got as many accolades, it reached number 8, released in 1996, by the way, reached number 8 in the charts, but also won 3 Grammy Awards. Well, earned 7 nominations. Mm-hmm. And specifically for this song, it got Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. And the record itself was up for Album of the Year and Best Pop Album. And she was on Paula Cole's nominated for Best New Artist and Producer of the Year.
Didn't she write this entire record?
Yeah, she wrote and produced the record.
So talented.
She won for Best New Artist, beating out Erykah Badu, Fiona Apple Hansen, and Puff Daddy.
Ooh, bop.
Bop, 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 bop. And of course, she was a staple in the Lilith Fair. But this song is interesting. So there was some stuff about the song going back and looking at it from songfacts.com, which I thought were kind of cool. So, first of all, the song, if you haven't really listened to the lyrics in a while, it basically, Paula Cole herself, she puts herself in the song as she's a woman who's swept off her feet by a rugged cowboy in a 56 Chevy. She's happy to be his housewife while he provides for the family, but after a while, lethargy sets in. And her cowboy is more of a bum hanging out at the bar while she takes care of the household. In a Songfacts interview, she said, "It's so many things woven together: wit, irony, humor, and melancholy, and gender role examination. It's all these things put together musically in this plaintive American pop way." So here's an interesting thing about this record, this song that I thought was really cool. So bear with me for a second as I read this, because I thought it was a very interesting fact about the creation of the song. So while this was the breakout hit from her second album, she wrote and produced it all herself after working with Kevin Killen on her 1994 debut record, Harbinger. She wrote the song and demoed it with a rumba feel, but it didn't fly. She said, "Nobody paid any attention to it with a rumba feel, and that bothered me."
Interesting.
She went on to tell Songfacts that for some reason the song was speaking to me unconscious and was saying, "Believe me, hey, I'm down here, I'm good." It bothered me enough that I re-demoed it with like a Ringo Starr reprise of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. On the album, Paul McCartney counts off at the last song, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the drum beat comes on. That's Ringo. She said, "So I sampled Ringo and looped it for just a home demo purposes, not for the recording. And then I put on the catchy background vocals and added a bridge. And suddenly everyone was really over the top about the song. And I knew going into the recording of This Fire that it was an important song and that it's probably going to be my first single." She said, "I always loved the way when Dove's Cry sounded from Prince and the lack of bass and how it would sound coming through a piece of crap car stereo system, all high end." She said, "It translated beautifully, and I wanted to translate it to radio without bass muddying this particular song. I wanted crowd noise throughout the whole track to give it a feel of ambience. I wanted the catchiness of the background vocals, and most of all, I wanted humor and wit like XTC of England," XTC, by the way, great band, that wonderful British rock group. "I was really an admirer of their wit and their humor and thought, that's what I need to write. I need to write this with some wit and some humor." So I thought that was really interesting that it started off with a rumba beat, like her original version. This was a rumba version. And then because, as all things, always comes back to the Beatles, but but now,
you love Ringo.
Having known that and now listening to the song again, I'm like, wow, you totally can hear it. You absolutely can hear it.
And I like how she's saying like it like spoke to her, like it nudged her. The song nudged her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's great. So going back, so let's do this, because now that I've just read that, I want everybody to kind of listen to a little bit of this, knowing that we've got this like Sgt. Pepper's influence there, because I think it's gonna. It made a big difference for me actually, because I never would have picked up on it had I not read that blurb about that. Even that, like
I wouldn't. I never paid attention to it.
No. But you could already hear like Sgt. Pepper.
Oh, you get me ready in your 56 Chevy.
I love this. Like,
yeah.
I like it.
Take shelter on my front porch. The dandelion sun scorching like a glass of cold lemonade. I will do the laundry if you pay all the bills. Where is my John Wayne? Where is my prairie sun? Where is my happy ending? Where have all the cowboys gone? Why don't you stay the evening, kick back and watch the TV? And
There's so many cool elements to this.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you're back.
Like it's kind of a weird song.
How do you take your coffee, my sweet?
It almost has like a sci-fi sound
Right.
to it.
Yeah, it's like it's amazing. This to me, like thinking back, it's amazing this song became as big as it did.
Yeah.
But it is very catchy. Yeah,
And I think men and women both like this song, which is interesting to me.
I mean, I think the narrative on the song is very strong, obviously. It's just that reading this, I'm glad, that Song Facts does these things, because it really is cool to kind of like go back and like you get to like, wow, this is where this came out and this is how she started this and this is where the inspiration. The Beatles thing blows me away, and now it's like all I can hear is Sgt. Pepper's, but like I get it now. Like it's a very weird song, and for it to have like a bit as big as it did, but it's the 90s, right? 1996 is released, so it was the right time for this song to have come out, especially with these types of lyrics and all that. So I can see why, and I remember this song being everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
But you always remember the chorus, but you don't remember so much all the verse stuff beforehand, because you always think, wherever, like you always remember that part, but you don't really remember a lot of the verses and sort of like to feel that. Yeah. And so it was kind of cool going back and re-listening to it. So listen, it's a really good song. I mean, I think it holds up. There's the thing with the Paula Cole stuff. I don't ever know if I would ever...
Here's the thing with the Paula Cole stuff.
Here's the thing. No, but here, I'm not a big Paula Cole fan. Like, I just was never really super into her music. I've always respected it. I think she's great. I think she's supremely talented. Just never really grabbed me in that way. So I don't know if I would choose to put the song on, but I don't think I would skip it.
Okay.
Once again, it's not a skippable song to me. I just don't know if I would. It's not on any playlists for me.
Is there a video to this song?
There is. I'm sure there is. I mean, there has to be. This was a huge...
Because I have a vision in my head of what a fun video would look like for this song.
Oh, you've never seen the video for this?
I've never seen the video. I have not seen a lot of videos. It's really embarrassing how...
Well, it's not... You just weren't... All right, so there is a video for this. So it's a little... Here, we'll play a little bit of the video. Hopefully we won't get...
I'm just curious because there's such a... there's got to be transitions because of the way she speaks.
Yeah, so let's...
The music, the chorus...
Let's do this. Let's play a little bit of the music video. And
hang in there, friends. We're almost done.
See how we can get away with it before they shut us down.
Shut us down. Just...
This is the music video.
So just, I was thinking more of a...
This is so 90s, by the way. This looks like REM, like, or like a Metallica video.
Oh, you get me ready.
This is so 90s. Everything about this.
I was thinking there might be more of a storyline to it. But
not really.
She has a very unique look.
Yeah, she does.
I will do the laundry if you pay all the bills.
Yeah.
Where is my joy? Where is my very soul?
So that's the video. I don't want to get kicked off the stream, but
it's not what I was hoping for. But to your point, it's 90s.
It's 90s.
That's
it's
90s.
So where does this song land for me? So listen, I don't hate the song. I don't think it's bad. I just not my. I think it's a good song. I would not.
This isn't your hype up song.
I wouldn't put this on. It definitely is not a hype up song for me. I love that I love it's a hype up song for you. Yeah, I love it for you, Amanda. I love it for you. And it doesn't shock me because there's nothing shocking when it comes to, especially the fact that you were like hype up songs. What am I getting hyped up about? No, but I would nestle this in.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna give this slightly better than your first song to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give it a 3.7.
Okay.
Even though I had said that first song was my second favorite song. But I guess it turns out that this is my second favorite song.
I still stand by that.
Yeah. No, I'm going to give it a 3.7. I think it's a good song. For me personally, I don't know if I wouldn't choose to put it on.
I can respect that.
But I appreciate it. I respect it. And I love knowing more about it now.
That is cool.
And I think the song is what it is. I think it's a great song. Not for me, and it's not a hype up song for me. But for you, it's a good hype up song.
Yeah. But is it?
Yeah.
People are
but
gonna be like, Amanda, you're something.
Yeah.
So that brings our tally to Chris coming in at 11.5 and me coming in just 1.1 under you at 11.4. So Chris, you are the winner of the Song Swap Showdown Hype playlist.
My playlist is the most hype.
It's the most hype of 2. You
Yeah.
heard it here first, folks.
Yep, exactly. So real quick, I before we wrap up the show, I do want to go through because we didn't get it. We normally go through everybody's picks who dropped it in, and so Dave, of course, gave us some picks. So I do want to just throw in Dave's picks because if anybody else wants to check out like some other music, so he says Dave is saying my songs for Chris, Apache Indian. Boom Shakalak, Benzino, Rock the Party, and Morningwood, best of song. That's a great song, the Morningwood song, best to me. And then songs for Amanda, Bouncing Souls, Ole Ole. I thought have I ever given you Ole 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 Ole? Great song.
I think you did. I can't
Bouncing
remember
Souls,
what episode
yeah.
that would have went in.
Yeah, great New Jersey pop punk band. Got a Girl, There's a Revolution, and Pearl Harbor and Explosions with Flirt. Yeah. And he gave some more. The Eels, The Man, Go-Go's, Head Over Heels, Joe Jackson, Stepping Out. Oh, yeah, Stepping Out. I was just re-listening to that record, actually, last weekend. Mika, Big Girls, Proclaimers, Make My Heart Fly, Polecats, Make a Circuit With Me, and Ski Whiff, Nitty Gritty. Nitty Gritty. And Ian put in some, my picks for this week are absolutely everybody. Vanessa Amorosi, Good Times, NXS, yes, and that's a great song. I love all that early NXS, by the way. They early NXS, actually even right up to like they hit like their big record Kick. Freaking Kick is such a good record. NXS and Jimmy Barnes, and Playing to Win with John Farnham. Farnham. Something like that. Yeah. Man, there was a whole other show going on in the comments today, by the way.
There was. And Ian, just a little teaser. We have some reaction video for you coming into Patreon.
Yes, so he commented, by the way. He saw it, he commented. I sent you the comments.
Good.
Yeah. Yes. So listen, guys, that's right. Benefits of being Patreon is we make videos for you. If you request them, we make them in there. So join the Patreon for as low as $1, and we will make videos for you too. That's right. For you too. All right.
You won't even be ready for what we comment.
That's right. All right. So listen, guys, there's not going to be any wheel today because we're actually not going to do a live show. We're taking a week off next week for a holiday. Amanda and I need a little bit of a refresher here. So we're taking a week off. So there won't be a live show next week. However, we will be dropping content. So do not worry. There will be content plenty. And if you want any newer stuff as well, once again, join Patreon because we are going to be active in there and we are putting we recorded content together yesterday and I'm going to be dropping some more stuff in there as well. So join our Patreon to get more up-to-date stuff. But of course, we will be dropping content right here on YouTube and also on the audio feed as well. So, hey, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Thanks, Dave, Ian, and we had Alex check in before. And anybody else who was watching live that didn't comment, we appreciate you very, very much. And, of course, we want to thank our Patreons, Dave, Ian, Mark Ronick, and Back of the Stereo Box for being members of our Patreon. And thank you, everybody, here for hanging out with us today. Really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed our hype playlist. We got you hyped. Amanda's hype playlist.
I am ready to take on the world now.
She's ready to go.
After that, where have all the Cowboys gone? Let's get to business.
Got her hyped.
I gotta go vacuum now or something.
Is hype the vacuum? She's hyped. All right, everybody. Thank you, and we will see you in 2 weeks for another live show of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. We appreciate you all so much. Have a great week and a great holiday if you celebrate that. We got a holiday coming up next week, so if you celebrate, have fun. Have fun. All right, bye. To get notified every single time we drop a new episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown, just hit that follow button wherever you get your podcasts. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the show, please use the email address in our show notes and we'll get right back to you. And last but not least, please feel free to follow us over on our social accounts on Instagram and TikTok at Song Swap Showdown, or